We are back with another Motivational Monday. We have 21 weeks. Y'all heard me right. 21 weeks of opportunity left in 2022. This year has literally flown by. And if you are a part of the I Am community, you know that we're making this our best year yet. And on Mondays, this is the day we come to set our intentions for the week and we work on our soft skills to make sure that we could live the life that we want, gain the time freedom, and for my entrepreneurs, monetize our skills, our talents, and our knowledge. If you are new to this page, I am an attorney, Jamila Moore, and I am super excited that I get the opportunity to come here and communicate with you all on these Mondays. Now, for the past two Motivational Mondays, we've been going through promotion criteria and we're staying right there for part three. Uno, dos, tres. Right, we're at part three. And part three is so key because now we're talking about relationships. Ooh, child. You know, relationships are a thing. They either make you, break you, they can bring you so much joy, and they can also bring you so much misery in life. But the reality is, if we're going to be successful, we're going to need relationships. I'm going to say that again. If we're going to be successful, we're going to need relationships. Why? There is no I in success. I want you to put that one in the chat. There is no I in success. Right? It literally takes a community, someone to, just keep you encouraged as you're going on the journey. So that is the reason why we had to talk about relationships before we leave promotion criteria. So you know how things go. I have some questions for you. When was the last time the relationships in your life caused you to grow, be transformed, or change for the better? I'm going to say that again. When was the last time a relationship or the relationships in your life caused you to grow, be transformed, or be changed for the better? If you do not have an answer to that question, it is likely that you might need to do a relationship check because our relationship should be that of iron sharpening iron, meaning we're not remaining the same because of our relationships. They are helping us to get to our next level. That's why we're here in promotion criteria. All right. So one of my favorite rappers, his name is Drizzy Drake. And he has this song, No New Friends, No New Friends, nah, nah, nah. And I used to be like, no new friends, no new friends, no new friends, nah, nah, nah. But the reality is, I had it wrong, and Drake has it wrong too. In order for us to get to our next level, it requires us at the very least to have new associates. Mhm. At the very least, we have to have new associates. And somebody is saying right now, Jamila, why does this matter? This matters because we need people who will bring up our name when we're not in the room in a good way. Because we know we got some haters who will bring up our name, but we need people who will bring up our name in the right way when we're not in the room. We need people who will hear about opportunities and be like, man, that's a good opportunity for so and so. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to tell them about it. And I'm not going to be envious about it either because we know how that can go. Then we want to make sure that we have people that we can be vulnerable with when we make mistakes. This is life and it is not perfect. And so when we don't have the right community, we limit the life that we can live. But today is all about living life without limits, right? That's why we come here on our Mondays, we get motivated, we set our intentions, and we really work on those soft skills to win at life, win in business, win at work, win wherever it is that you're looking to win. Now, here's our quotes for this week. Now, usually I give you one quote, but this week I had to pull out two. I have to pull out dos. So these quotes are going to hit. So the first quote, you will become the 5 people you associate with the most. This can be either a blessing or a curse. Whew. Somebody should be sliding out their seat right now listening to that. That comes from Billy Cox. Are your relationships blessing you or cursing you? Whew. I know. I'm already in your business. I have to be in your business because we're all going after more. Are your relationships cursing you or blessing you? That goes back to my initial question which was, how are your relationships helping you to be transformed? If your life has not changed at all in the last 5 years or has been progressively getting worse, you need to do a community check. A community check. Because chances are your relationships might be cursing you. I know, doesn't feel good to hear that, but it's reality. And when we have knowledge, we're able to truly grow. Once we have knowledge, we're able to truly grow. So, knowledge is a gift. Here's our second quote. Personal relationships are the fertile soil which all advancement, all success, all achievement in real life grows. This is from Ben Stein. I'm going to say it again. Personal relationships are the fertile soil. I don't know why I can't say soil, y'all. Soil, which all advancement, all success, all achievement in real life grows. So if we're going to grow in the right way, we need the right personal relationships. Yes, it is that serious. And sometimes we think about, ways we can invite people into our lives, or, we really hold on to the people that we have there. But the reality is sometimes we can only get into different rooms because some rooms are invite only. And so if you're not growing in your circle, then you aren't able to get into the right rooms to get to your next level of success because you weren't willing to be vulnerable and put yourself out there to even get the invite. And, relationships are key for our growth, but sometimes we have to recognize when they're detrimental. So, take for instance me, like, I am really, really, really particular about my space right now, like my mental space, my emotional space, and having peace in my life. And so I'm oftentimes doing a relational audit to one, figure out how much time I can spend with a certain person and if I should be spending time with a certain person. There was a person who came into my life and it was like, yes, we're going to do great things. This is going to be amazing. And a few months later, it was like, actually, we can no longer be in community together because the way that you do things and the places that I'm going, they don't align. And if they don't align, then I can't let you keep me from my next level. Because, like Ben Stein said, it's time for me to grow. If it's time for you to grow, drop grow in the chat right now. Drop grow in the chat right now. Our affirmation for this week comes from my book, y'all. If you haven't gotten it already, you should be going to the website to get 40 affirmations for transformation, 40 declarations and action steps that will transform your life. If you've ever been in a place where you're like stuck, you're trying to figure out your next step, or you just need to like get grounded again, this is the ebook for you. And use the code I am at checkout for a discount. I always got y'all back. Y'all ready for the affirmation? If you're ready for the affirmation, put affirmation in the chat. Put I am in the chat. All right. So my mind is a relational analytic hub. Therefore, my mind discerns which relationships to prioritize and which relationships to reevaluate. Somebody is like, Jamila, my mind is a relational analytic hub. Yes. We should always be analyzing the people in our lives and where it is that our time is going. And if our time is going to people and relationships that will yield a benefit. Because we never get time back. And so if I'm choosing to spend time with you, then I need you to maximize the time that we're spending together. But see, that's only for my millionaires. Because somebody's like, nah, I got time. No. When you on your path to millionaire, you do not have time like that. You have to prioritize your time. And that means you have to make the right choices on when to communicate, how to communicate, or how long to communicate. Somebody put, I'm prioritizing right in this season in the chat. I am prioritizing right in this season in the chat, right? So I already told y'all there is no I in what? Success. There is no I in what? Success. So many times we look at our lives, right? And we think about our hopes, our dreams, and wonder why we haven't progressed. And the reality is, some of us haven't progressed because we have a community issue. I'm going to say that again. Some of us have not progressed because we have a community issue. That means the communities that we are in are not fostering greatness out of us, not pushing us to our purpose zone, our destiny zone. So, therefore, we are not growing. Therefore, we are not changing. Therefore, we are not getting in the right rooms and making the right connections to get to our next level. Relationships are a huge part of us becoming the people we're supposed to be. So we have to commune differently. We're leaving Drake to the side. We're leaving Drake to the side, right? Because we're saying we do need, at the very least, some new associates. And one of the things, or some of the things that you can ask yourself to help you kind of think through, well, what's going on in my community, right? I want you to think through who's advising you. And is their advice helping you or hindering you? Then, if they are giving you an advice based on their life, do you want their life? What about their life is attractive to you to make you say, I should take their advice? I'm just dropping some little gems for you. And then, y'all heard this so many times. I know I have. You heard it too. We hear that we are the sum of the 5 people that we communicate with the most. If you do the sum of the 5 people you communicate most, is that addition or subtraction to your life, to your goals, to your hopes, to your dreams? And y'all know I love my entrepreneurs and I make sure that I take care of them in my courses and my coaching programs. And I just want to lean in here because so many times we're scared to invest with the right coach and invest in the right community because we haven't locked in on the fact that like we need to find people who fit where we're going and not where we're coming from. I'm going to say that again. We need to find people who fit where we're going and not where we're coming from. If we don't learn to integrate, we'll remain stuck. We'll remain comfortable, even if we're comfortable, but we won't have the success that we're supposed to have. We won't have the $1 million, multi-million dollar business we're supposed to have because we didn't get our community right. Because being in the right community could catapult your whole life. All it takes is one person, one right person, and boom, things take off. What's going on in your community? Food for thought. All right. So here are 3 keys to next level our relationships. 3 keys to next level our relationship. First, it starts with us. How we relate with us is the foundation for every relationship. And so, are you someone that people want to be in a next level relationship with? What value do you add to other people? How do people feel when they commune with you? And so before you go out here trying to next level your relationships, make sure you got you together and people want to be in relationship with you. And if you don't, that's cool. You should be going over there to get affirmation for transformation. I'm just saying. You should be going over there. But you have to really think that because you want to be a great person to be in relationship with so that people could then bring your name up when you're not around, invite you to be in rooms. But if you talk too much, don't listen to what other people have to say, or just you're a negative person, people are not going to want to be in relationship with you at the next level. Because your next level people, they want to grow. They want to go. And so you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck. I'm sorry. I think I probably was a hip hop star at some point. Maybe I will be. I don't know. Some type of star. But, only time will tell. Second key. Second key. Courageously push yourself out of your comfort zone to practice next level communication. First key, we're making sure we're together. Second key, we're pushing ourselves, courageously pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone to communicate in a way that's on our next level. Why is this important? Because we have to build our confidence to prepare ourselves to show up in greatness. We have to build our confidence to prepare ourselves to show up in our next level of greatness. And so that means when I usually sit, and this is me, I go to the back of the room. Don't nobody got to know my name. But because I'm in a season of promotion, I'm going to go sit at the front of the room. When I talk to people, I'm going to look them in the eye. And I'm going to speak with a level of conviction and confidence. Why? Because I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone and I'm using next level communication. If you had the chance to meet Oprah and talk to her, are you going to look down? She's not going to pay attention to what you're saying. And that is a once in a lifetime opportunity that probably only came because you next leveled your relationships and somebody invited you into a room to get access to Oprah. Somebody type in the chat, I'm getting my invitation to my next room. Type that in the chat. I am getting my next invitation to my next room. I'm getting my invitation to my next room. All right. Then finally, we want to make sure that we're getting in the right room and the right circles. And that requires us investing in connecting with like-minded people. You have to pay to play. It is simple as that. You have to pay to play. And I oftentimes tell this story about the first mastermind I invested in. If I had not invested in that mastermind, man, I would not be able to be at this level that I am now just because some of those people act as a mirror for me. So they are able to look at me and tell me things about myself that I may not necessarily be able to see. That's important if we're talking about promotion criteria and getting to our next level. Second thing is they have experiences and connections that I don't. And so now I'm getting opportunities at different universities because I got in the right room. I paid to play. Then sometimes they just pray for your girl because your girl it be some stuff happening. And are we serious? Life will life you. Life will life you. But it was me paying to play that transformed my circle and then pushed me to another level. And then because I'm a good person to be in relationship with and I add value to people's lives, they can say the same. Like a few of us are going to a conference in November, and it all stemmed from us being in that one circle and then growing from there. I'm able to hang out with my sis and her twins. I'm like, man, if we didn't invest there, we wouldn't be having this moment of downtime, living life free as entrepreneurs. Because when we met, we were both in the 9-to-5 world. And now we're, millionaire, multi-millionaire pathway trailblazers. Why? Because we paid to play. And I just want to remind you, some of you are like, all right, these 3 keys are important. You always need keys in life. Why? Keys open doors. Behind an open door is a new opportunity. Keys turn on transportation devices. That means keys can take you places. So that's one of the reasons why we focus on keys here in the I Am community. And I read this book. I'm reading this book, listening to this book called The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, PhD. And he has 5 key takeaways from his book. And I just wanted us to end there as we think through promotion criteria and next leveling our life. Why is so important? How many of you like realistically want to be right where you are 6 months from now? Do you want to feel this way? Do you want to have these type of finances? If the answer is no, then you have to make sure that you are doing the work to be promoted to your next level. That promotion only comes when you get your mind together. That's where we started off. If you're just watching this for the first time, go back to promotion criteria 1, getting our thoughts and our mind together. Then part 2, getting our actions and habits together. We are the life that we act out. We are our habits. And now we're talking about relationships. How do we next level our life through relationships? And so I went on a tangent, but y'all, we're back. We're back. Here are the 5 key takeaways. Believe that success is possible, and the how-to will follow up. So many of us live in fear and allow fear to rob us of our future, but he's telling us no more. And one of the things that he says is action cures fear. So have the courage until you have the confidence to move. Courageously move until you're no longer scared. Then never sell yourself short. What are you telling yourself about you? If it's not the best things, just transform that thought and tell yourself higher thoughts about you. Surround yourself with positive influences. Hello, relationships. And then, here we go. Last but not least, take the initiative to build relationships. Sometimes you have to put yourself out there, and sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. I literally had someone who was my mentor hire me to work for her and almost tried to poach me from my job and then didn't pay me a dime. I had done hours and hours and hours of work as an attorney, and she didn't pay me a dime. But I didn't let that stop me from thinking like I can't let anyone else in my life. No, it told me I need to better situate and better understand who am I letting in my life. Because I know that I need relationships at every new level. And sometimes that means paying to play. Sometimes that means making sure that my attire matches where I want to go and not where I came from. Oh, attire matters too when you're talking about attracting the right relationships. But I know I've given y'all a lot and we're coming to the end of promotion criteria. But on Mondays, you know what time it is, right? We want to set our intentions, set our goals, and get the knowledge that we need. But we also want to just pray over our week. And so if you're not a praying person, that's fine. You may, leave the broadcast. But for those of us that are praying, folks, let's just bow our heads. Dear God, we thank you that we have another 21 weeks of opportunity. We thank you that we are here today to learn and grow, God. And this week, we're just asking for support, guidance, and direction on how to choose the right relationships and how to get to our next level by making sure we know what to do relationally. God, please show us who the people are in our lives, God, that are helping us grow. Dear God, show us the people in our lives that are not helping us grow so that we know how to prioritize the relationships in our life, God. And if there are any circles or communities where we need to be investing in to make sure that we're getting in the right circles and the right spaces and getting the right invites, God, please show us that as well. God, we thank you for your mercy, your grace, and your kindness. And we thank you for the success that we will see in our lives, God. We thank you for helping us to have the tenacity to keep going and to just be the best us that we're supposed to be. We thank you for a new level of prosperity. We thank you for a new level of favor, God. And we thank you, God, that there are people bringing up our names in rooms that we're not even in because we've tapped into the power of a relationship. We've tapped into the power of a great relationship. So we just thank you for all that you're doing. And we thank you for your continued protection and your continued mercy as we go forward. In Jesus' name, amen. So y'all, it has been another Motivational Monday. Entrepreneurs, what are you waiting on? It is time to tap into the I Am and More community. Head over to iamandmore.com for great content, great freebies, and to make sure that you know about all the offers that will come down the line to make sure that you are on your millionaire path. Listen, if you know you want to be a millionaire, you should be over there right now, right now, right now. But it's been another Motivational Monday. It is my honor to serve you. It's attorney Jamila Moore signing off.